My first year at college cost me $15,174. What did I learn? How to analyze what the author of Forrest Gump was feeling. How to do graph-related problems that can be solved with a computer at 20 times the speed or faster. Who Alexander killed in his quest for glory. Core classes have benevolent intentions. The results are horrendous. They do not at all benefit students in any possible way. And we're forced to pay that. We're forced to pay for those core classes, even if we don't want to pay for them. We can change that, though. We need to change that. Ken Robinson, a former professor, English professor, at TED 2006, remarked, "We are educating people out of their creative capacity." That's coming from a professor. Students, we're all aware that these core classes aren't of any benefit to us, but the professors don't seem to get that. They haven't changed anything. But what's being done to kill our creativity? Creativity doesn't come forcefully. It's something we all experience on our own. I had the privilege of speaking with someone over the internet with a different opinion on core classes. And I say privilege because usually the internet results in heated arguments. And he said that math and science deprived humans of free thinking. And he argued that people learn language and culture to be well-rounded and free thinkers. And my response to that is, you want to cage people to classes they don't want to take to make them free thinkers. That sounds brilliant. What a twisted delusion is that? That caging is what's killing creativity, what's causing students to fall behind. That's completely wrong. That's an insult to the scientists who put them in on the moon, the mathematicians who continue to make advancements even today, and the programmers who program the websites you visit every day. Just as a dancer is oppressed when a high school teacher tells her that she can't get a job dancing and that that's a waste of her talent, a physicist is humiliated by a teacher saying that you need to take an English class to be able to understand how book writers feel about their characters. A painter shouldn't be taking calculus. A computer science major shouldn't be taking How Characters Feel 101. An Academic Adrift, Limited Learning on College Campuses by Richard Arum and Josipa Roska. They followed 2,300 students from 24 universities over 4 years. They monitored their critical thinking and language skills. And over 1/3 of them, by the time they graduated, showed no improvement whatsoever in those abilities. And even more showed little improvement. And it's not a matter of good or bad professors. That's an issue. You can have a bad professor that when you express your sadness that you don't have the opportunity to get enough practice, the professor tells you to screw off and deal with it instead of pointing you to a club in the school that would help you practice those skills. But that's not the ultimate problem. I had Dr. Soyset last semester, amazing professor. I don't think anyone could possibly hate that class, history. I don't remember anything from it. I would fail that final if I took it right now. And I only took that class a semester ago. Why would I fail that, though? William Clem of Texas A&M University has that answer on paper. Occasional rehearsal of old test material is needed for long-term memory. That is why final exams are so difficult for students. That is why summer break erases much of the educational progress that was made during the year. Not enough time in the course for students to be repeating that over and over. It's something they have to do on their own. And I'm living proof of that. I had the highest grades in my math high school class. However, despite having such a good grade in high school math, I got a 9 on my MAT first part, a 0 on the MAT second part, and a 1 on the MAT third part. I did not remember a single thing from my high school math courses, not one bit, and so I failed the MAT and ended up in college algebra. Class was a piece of cake because I already knew most of the stuff. Came back quickly. But if students don't want to take a class, they're not going to remember anything in the class, and they're going to share it shortly after the final. But I remember every single thing from my programming, engineering, and physics classes because I use those daily, and I knew that they would be important. I was mature enough to select those as electives, and every other class that I was forced to take was shoved into short memory. And that's irrelevant because this isn't a perfect world. There are other factors. Some of us don't have unlimited money. We have to pay college course. Well, it can be economical.
Hi, I'm Eddie, and I'm a first-year student enrolled at Miami-Dade College. And by the time I graduate, I earned $50,000 on 13 core classes that I didn't even want to take in the first place.
Hi, I'm Dane, and I'm a freshman student enrolled at North Dakota State. By the time I graduate, I will spend $60,000 on courses I did not want to take.
I'm Ethan. I'm a first-year student enrolled at Santa Rosa Junior College. By the time I graduate, I will have spent $14,000 on 12 core classes that I didn't even want to take.
I am in that club as well. By the time I graduate SPSU, I will spend $12,000 on 12 core classes I didn't even want to take. The first 3 semesters are bogged down with core classes. They're a complete waste of time. Instead, if I was taking the one class that I actually wanted to take a semester, instead of all these core classes, I get a full-time job through when I started until the end of winter break in my second year, and I would have enough money to pay for all of college. But that's not the case. I have to work every summer instead of getting an internship in order to pay for college. So instead of interning at a programming institution, I am cashiering every summer. And with those core classes out of the way, dual majoring would be as easy as normal, like majoring in one degree. And you could conceivably triple major. All of this learning and potential leap in human ingenuity has been held back by these core classes. Students can do amazing things. I have a list from thebestschools.org about some pretty neat people. Taylor Wilson, at age 14, created a fusion reactor in his parents' garage. And at 19, he's created a fission reactor that he demoed on a TED Talk that's much safer, much more power efficient, and lasts longer than current reactors designed by professionals. Angela Zhang was awarded $100,000 for tumor eradicating nanoparticle. And she's 16 and taught herself the science. It wasn't something taught at school. Andrei Pushko, senior at high school, was awarded $75,000 from Intel for a tiny, powerful motor that runs off of water surface tanks. And all these people are in high school, and through interviews, the reason they were able to do this is because they pursued what they wanted to do. We shouldn't be holding back the next person who will make a leap in space travel. We shouldn't be holding back the person who will cure cancer. We shouldn't be holding back the next Shakespeare of this era. We need to get rid of core classes and let students take what they want to take. It's not okay that we're being exploited because we need a college degree and that we're forced to take these core classes because they can do that. just as we rely on the college, they rely on us for their income. We can change it. And that's it.